Okay, so, yep. Child's pose, hands on the blocks. Let's go on do not disturb because people are already texting. Don't they know? I must just put it on sleep. No, do not disturb. Okay, we're not sleeping. Connect. Feel your hands spread across those blocks. If you're, yeah, there's a lift of your forearms, there's an activation of your arms. Jeff, if this doesn't feel good, don't do it. You can have your arms by your side body if it doesn't feel good for you. Good. Chin away from chest, front of the forehead to the mat if you can. Drop your bum towards the tops of the feet. Awesome. And just connect. Nice deep breath in, loud exhale breath out. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale really loud. Exhale everything out. Perfect. Feel your lips and begin the breath that is known in the practice as Ujjayi breathing. Inhale through the nose, through the back of the throat. Exhaling through the nose, through the back of the throat. And the goal will be to link that breath with the movement that we begin to do in here. A couple more cycles. Yeah. Let the sides of your body elongate. Yeah. Great. Press up onto all fours, tabletop with the hands on the blocks. Good. Sink the spine down and look forward. Yeah, you may need to scooch the blocks. They're a little bit more underneath the shoulders. Exhale, round the spine deeply. Look in. Yeah, you got it. I know. Oof. Inhale, sinking the spine down and looking forward. You never know what you're going to find. Exhale, round the spine deeply. Looking in. Look at my hair. I mean, like literally, she's like, did you color it? No, I'm like, this is sweat. Inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. I mean, imagine if I had a profession that like I needed to do my hair. Seriously. Round the spine deeply, look in. One more. Inhale, sink the spine down and look forward. Exhale, round the spine deeply and look in. Curl the toes into the mat. Press the palms down into those blocks. Lift the knees an inch from the mat. Hover. So you're hovering in this tabletop with your hands pressing into the mat, into the blocks. Draw the pit of the belly in and up. Keep the neck very neutral. Feel the sides of your triceps kind of begin to hug in, activate, and then slowly start to lift your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. So we're going to try on the blocks for a little bit underneath the hands. For some reason, it doesn't work for you. It generally actually helps out for a lot of us. Please just ignore it and do what works for you. So shoulders are moving away from your ears. Let the head just drop down and breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. Soften your knees a little, John. Yep. And lift your hip points up towards the sky. Hip points. I'm going to adjust you. Hips up, head down. There you go. Mm-hmm. Feel. So with the hands on the blocks, there's this nice little elevation, which is great because a lot of us are tight and short in the upper shoulder blades, especially, it's cold, it's winter. We sit in a position of internal rotation a lot in life. So this is very, very helpful. With the hand staying on the blocks, you're going to roll forward to plank position. Okay. Yeah. There may be a little adjusting that needs to happen from that dog to plank. Sometimes it's not so perfect. So lead a little bit more with your heart and chest. Awesome. Just feel your body as it kind of zips itself up. Mm-hmm. Feel your hands press into the blocks. Yeah, it actually is quite helpful. Hips go up and back, down dog. Now, when you're into the down dog, feel the center of your heels, it starts to melt down towards the ground. So we're just going to build in a little bit of movement, nothing too crazy. You can always drop your knees to the ground if you need to. Come forward, plank, hands stay on the blocks. So without your hips waving, you're going to lift your right hand up and row it in towards your chest, kind of like take your fist, your hand, and row it in. So you'll notice all your weight wants to go left, Jody. You got to drop your right thigh and hip down. There you go. You're going to reach your right arm back like a tripod, like a tricep kickback. And then you're going to bring it back in towards the body and the right hand comes back down to the block. You'll try it again. Okay, widen your feet a little bit. Try that. perfect. Now, you're going to fist the hand, pull it in like you've got a weight, but you don't. This is your own body weight. And then you're going to tricep kick back. So arm goes straight alongside the body. So I could feel my weight going right. Drop your left thigh down. Bring it back in towards the side body. Hand comes back down to the block plank. Hips go up and back down dog. No, it's not. So you're going to do it slow. Here you go. And this is the suggestion. Take your feet a little wider than you normally would. Go wide. Go the width of the mat. Okay? Come forward to a plank. Do it slow. We're not in a rush. So you're in this plank. Fist your right hand and kind of curl it in towards the side of your body. That's it. Kick back your arm so it goes straight. Bring it back in towards your side body and then bring it back down to the block. Other side. Row it in. I like to fist the hand, but you can keep the hand straight too. Kick the arm back. Bring it back in. So it's kind of like a running motion and bring it back down. Hips go up and back down, dog. Okay, one more. You ready? Come forward, plank. Fist the hand or just row it in. Kick it back so the arm goes straight. Row it back in. Hand comes down. See, it's getting better. Row it in. Kick it back. Bring it back to that side body. Hand down, plank. Hips go up and back down, dog. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Oops. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Yeah. Point your right toes. Press firm into the blocks. Re-extend the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Lower the right foot down to the floor. Lift the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your left knee in, give it a good squeeze, point the toes. So you're in plank with your hands on the blocks. That's it. You're squeezing it in nice and tight. Your neck is neutral. You're not doing angry yoga. You're doing happy yoga. Re-extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Lower the left foot down to the mat. Come forward to a plank position with your hands on the blocks. Lower halfway to a push-up. Drop your knees if you need support this morning. So think about those elbows rowing by your side body. It's the same motion that we kind of just did. Yep. Revisit plank position using your core and your upper body strength. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Roll forward plank. One more time. Halfway to a push-up that works best for you. Revisit plank position. Hips go up and back down dog. Okay, make sure the blocks aren't super too wide. Okay, we're going to do one more movement. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. You're going to look forward and step your right foot to the outside of the right block. Outside of the right block. So you're in this wide positioning. Your hands are going to stay on the block, so you're going to lead a little with your heart and chest. You got it. So getting into that right hip, getting into that back left hip flexor, having the hands on the blocks are definitely useful. Good. Keep the heart very open. 3 more breaths. To get out of it, step back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, hug your left knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Step the foot to the outside of that left hand to the block. There you go. Your hands stay on the blocks. You begin to feel the activation of your back right leg. So this is psoas release. This is front line of the body, which is where we kind of collect all this nasty stuff. Yeah, from sitting and being stressed and whatever life kind of throws at you. Lead a little bit with your chest here. So it's like almost like a little up dog. Feel the shape that you're creating with a nice full inhale and a nice full exhale. Re-extend the left leg back, down dog. Come forward, plank, hands stay on blocks. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra, pick your poison. Press through the hands, press through the blocks, tops of feet. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. If the blocks are working out well for you, you can keep them. If not, you just kind of push them forward. Yeah. Look to the top of the mat. You can step, or walk your feet there this morning unless you're feeling super energized and you had extra coffee. Long spine, fold in half. There you go. Nice, Alana. Root to rise. That just means come up, standing position. Sweep your arms out and up or straight up. Drag your hands to prayer heart. Drop your arms. Okay, here we go. Feet can be together or a little separated. You pick. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare yourself. Step to plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog or cobra. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. You can step, float, hop, skip, or crawl to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Just like that. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. You can step, or float to back. Halfway to a push-up. That was good. Up dog or cobra. Press even. Keep your neck neutral. Hips go up and back, down dog. I sense a lot of suffering. Oh, man. Arms are straight. Seriously. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Just like that. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. You can step, float, skip, crawl. Get yourself back. Halfway to your push-up. Take your time. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. You can step or float to the top of the mat. Land light. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth, nice and easy. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Let's do one more. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float. Vinyasa of choice. That's it. Up dog smooth. Press even. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you lift from your inner thigh. Come forward, hug your right knee in. Give it a good squeeze. Step the right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Walk it over to the right, everybody, a little bit so you have a wider positioning. You're high on the ball of the back foot. Reach your arms alongside your body. Yeah, if you can hook your thumbs behind your back, hook your thumbs and pull your fingers apart. Yeah. If not, just arms are by the side body. And you're in a low position. You got it. Shoulder blades drawing down the back leg nice and active. Weights in that standing right heel. Good. Start to bring your torso up. As the torso lifts, your arms sweep up towards the sky, crescent lunge. Hands are about shoulder width distance or a little wider if you feel tight through your neck and shoulders. Yeah. Back leg nice and zipped up. Yeah. Your breath is with you, just feeling. Looks good, guys. Hands to the earth, left hand down, right arm tense, right arm peeled open. We're going to easy twist. If you need a block, that's fine. Yeah. Take your hand a little closer to the instep of the foot. Yeah. Keep the left hand down. What's going to happen is you're going to drop your left knee down to the floor. The left foot's going to pivot out towards the mirrored wall a little. You're going to slide into a modified side plank. Yeah, good. It's okay. We can fall over. It's all good. You got it? You can do a regular side plank too if having the knee down doesn't feel good. Or stagger the feet. Yeah, better. Having the knee down doesn't feel good. If you can reach for your right foot, bind, take a half bind with this. John, don't do that. Kick behind you with the foot so you get a little bit of a back bend. Just keep this nearby just in case you need to pad or something. Okay, good idea. Oh boy, an après ski injury. Release the right foot. Neutralize the tail, everything towards the ground, right hand down. Curl the left toes into the mat, three-legged down dog. Same right leg is lifted. Come back forward, hug your right knee in. Do I dare to want to know what this, how you got this injury? Step your right foot forward and through. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle. Warrior one. Warrior one. Outer blade of your back foot presses. Yeah, the one thing about taking a ski trip is I don't look forward to the whining with the carrying of the gear. Yeah. Hands to the earth, plank position. Good job, guys. Chaturanga push up. Up dog is smooth. Transitions are everything. Downward facing. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Point your left toes. Come forward, hug your left knee in, give it a good little squeeze. Step the left foot forward and through into a low lunge. Scoot it over to the left just a tiny bit. Back leg nice and zipped up. Sweep your arms alongside your body. If you could remember how you hooked your thumbs, opposite thumb kind of crosses in front, and there's like pulling of those fingers apart. So the shoulder blades kind of pulled down the back. You got it, Liz. Steer your left hip back more. So you're hovering and your hands are clasped behind you. Eyes of the shoulders lift. Weights in that standing left heel. Start to lift the torso up slow. As the torso lifts, then the arms sweep up towards the sky. That's it. So the goal is to have your hip points forward. And I always talk about the hip points as the eyes of your shoulders, the eyes of your hips forward. So you kind of want to lift them up. That may require the back knee to soften a little. Sit a little deeper into that front thigh. Energize a little bit more with your fingertips and your breath. Right hand to the instep of the left foot. You can use a block if you need it. Left arm peels open, easy twist. Watch that your left thigh doesn't wing out completely. Yeah, and that you're not dumping into the right shoulder blade. So coming to the fingertips is sometimes helpful. You got it. Transitioning to modified side plant. So the right hand stays down, the right knee drops. You kick out the right leg a little on an angle, and then you open up into that modified side plank or regular if you can. Lift from that inner left thigh up towards the sky. And then if you can bind that left foot with that, with that left hand and take a little bind. The kick goes behind you. That's it. Side ribs nice and long. Release the arm and the leg. Left hand comes down. Left leg stays lifted in space. Right toes curl into the mat. You lift up to a three-legged down dog. Same left leg is lifted in space. Come forward. Hug the left knee back in just for the art of it. And step the left foot forward and through. Turn the back foot sharp. Warrior one as we rise. Yes. Outer blade of your back right foot presses firm into the mat as we sit deep into that front left leg. Hands to the earth, plank position, halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. You can step or float to the top of the mat, land light. Long spine, fold. Find your first chair pose. I know you're super stoked about it, so just hit the chair. Yeah, weights in your heels. Feet can be together, a little separated. It's all good. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Okay, let's put it all together. Arms go straight up towards the sky, heavy in your heels for chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Long spine to prepare, step or float through your vinyasa. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise, warrior one. Hands to the earth, plank position. Chaturanga. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise, warrior one. Hands to the earth, plank position. Chaturanga push up. Up dog smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Let's loop these bad boys together. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or hop to the top. Long spine. Fold. Find chair. Weight moves into your heels. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Okay, don't look so sad. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Just moving and breathing. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise, warrior one. Hands to the floor, vinyasa. You're moving at your own pace. Everyone's a little different. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns. You really want to feel your back foot press firm. That's going to help you really get grounded. Hands to the floor, vinyasa. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float. Let's go to the top. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Press up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels for chair. Sit way back. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise, warrior one. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Upward facing. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Left foot forward, back foot turns, root to rise. You got this. To the floor we go, chaturanga. Up dog is smooth. Take your time. Hips go up and back, down dog. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top we go. Long spine, fold, chair. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Inhale the breath, hook and twist towards the right. Watch that your left knee isn't sliding past your right. That generally comes from the hips. So just try and sit as even as you can. Neck stays nice and neutral. Yeah. The goal is to look sideways or look up while keeping that weight moving back. A little bit more breath. Chair, pull it around. Stay on your legs. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale that breath. Exhale, let's take it towards the left. Right elbow hooks to the outside of that left thigh. Pay attention to the right knee, that it's not sliding past the left. Stay nice and even. Your breath is filling the shape of the pose that you're creating. As you sit a little bit deeper, spine stays nice and long. More breath. You got it. Chair pose. Pull it around. Sit really low. You got it. Sit all the way down, boat Navasana. The fingertips can stay on the floor. You could use those blocks. The blocks could slide right back next to you. Yeah, you could use those blocks to kind of elevate your chest, and the legs can stay bent. Yep. Good. You're going to lower to a low boat, legs straighten, and the lower back stays grounded. I like the hands on the blocks. Keep the neck neutral. It's nice, right? Yeah. So now when you pull back up to the boat, you kind of move the blocks back with you. Yeah, like a slip and slide. You're going to slide them forward and lower the boat. Aren't we having fun? And you pull it back in and you row the boat. John's like, ugh, no way. Lower halfway. Pull it back up. Be on the other side. One more. Lower down. Neck neutral, guys. Look up. Pull it back up. Cross the ankles. Maybe it's like a step back, a crawl back, a face plant back. Chaturanga. Fast face plant back. Yeah. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Stay with me, guys. It's happening to you, not for you. Yep. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Come up and hold. Drop your arms alongside your body. Hook the thumbs behind your back like we did. So when we hook the thumbs hook and the fingers spread. Unless you just slip and fall yesterday, maybe just keep your arms by your side body. Yeah. Yeah. You fell like directly on your shoulder. Okay. Inhale the breath, open the heart and chest. Exhale, we're going to take humble warrior like this. Yeah. So one suggestion that I find helpful these days is to take my feet a little wider for humble warrior. Yes. Taking out more space in the width. Yeah. Your breath is with you. It's supporting you. It's guiding you. It's assisting you. Okay, keep the bind. Bring the torso up. Keep the bind. Don't let the hands separate. Straighten the right leg on track. Pick up your right toes. Keep the bind. You're going to pivot your feet towards the mirrored wall. You're going to go down the center in a wide straddle. Inhale the breath. Exhale, fold forward. This is Dande Mana Bikata Pada Paschimottanasana. It's like the only thing I remember from my 20s. Yes. Yes. Dande Mana Bikata Pada Paschimottanasana. Yeah. Can't remember what I made for dinner 2 nights ago, but I remember that. Yeah. Bizarre. Yeah. So the thumbs are pulling apart, the fingers are spreading, and you're getting into those shoulders. Yes. You're also getting into the hamstring as you tip forward. Yep. Breathe. A little softening behind your knees. So, Alana, if this pulls on your lower back, always keep those knees bent a little bit more. Oh, someone's doing well with their exercise. The ring just closed. Yeah. Slide your hands to your hips, guys. Come halfway up, pause. Weight forward, Jackie. Weight forward. There you go. Come the rest of the way up. Open up your arms nice and wide. So spread those arms open. It should feel pretty good. Pick up your right foot from your right hip and pivot it forward towards the front of the house. Turn your back toes in on a little angle. Pick your distance and find triangle, Trikonasana. If you do prefer using a block during triangle, the block would go to the outside of the right calf, and maybe you can place it low, medium, or high, or your hand could be on your shin. Yeah. Kind of a lift up and a lean back a little bit here. The side ribs are nice and long. It's like a big yawn in your heart and your chest. Neck's nice and neutral. Crown of the head's moving over that front foot. Yeah. and kind of quieting your mind by just being here, being present. Yeah. So we're going to look down and step up into Ardha Chandrasana. So just slide your left hand to your hip, use the block, bring it forward enough that your side ribs stay nice and long and elevated. Keep your right foot facing forward. Make sure it doesn't turn in. The hip grips in. So it's like standing up on one leg in Tadasana. Yeah. And stack it open here. As you lift your left leg to hip height, flex the left toes. If you'd like to take a little bind, give it your go. Yeah, grab from behind and kick your foot behind you for Chopasana. It's not for everybody, so don't feel peer pressure. Nice, Alexi. Looks very, very good, guys. Yeah. Regular half moon if you took on anything fancy and fun. Soften the right knee, giant step back, warrior two. Take a big step back, warrior two. This is where you get to take a moment to reflect on yourself right here. Yes. Warrior two. I always say warrior two is an opportunity to sit in your shit. Literally. Yes. Roll your right thigh open. Didn't sound so great, but you know what I mean. Spread your collarbone from fingertip to fingertip. Roll your right thigh open. So think inner part of your right foot to the outside of your right baby toe. Side ribs nice and long. And the feeling, open up nice and wide. Let the shoulders drop down the back. They have the nature to want to creep up towards your ears. That happens to all of us. Give me a few more really good breaths. You're rocking it today. Circle to the floor, vinyasa. Nice job, everybody. Chaturanga push-up. Up dog. Take it out if you're not feeling it today. I'm not offended. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Warrior one and hold. Good luck remembering all that. Yes. Warrior one. Drop your arms alongside your body. So if you could remember, if you took your right thumb in front, just try to take the opposite. Yeah, it's a subtle difference. The fingers spread apart. Inhale the breath, open the heart and chest. Exhale, come forward, humble warrior like this. Once again, a suggestion in this humble warrior is to take your feet a little wider. I'm finding that it's a lot more successful for a lot of us, especially if your lower back feels tight. Back right foot is turned on a pretty sharp angle. And there's a pulling of those thumbs apart and a fanning of those fingers. So you really get in there. Your right side of your body has to continuously steer forward. So your left hip grips in. You get into the pose, you kind of get quiet in the pose. Like let it happen. Let the magic of it happen, even if it doesn't feel so magical. Okay. Strong through your feet. You got this. Lift your torso. Keep the hands bound. Straighten the left leg on track. Pick up your foot and turn it towards the feel good, do good. Take a wide enough stance for you. Toes turn in a smidgen. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, go down the center. If you can keep the thumbs like that, hooked and the fingers spread apart, yeah, that's great. Soften your knees a lot and bring your weight forward. Yeah, when you forward fold like this, you want to protect the lower back and the hamstrings. You're not going to be a hero by going forward in this and having straight legs. Not for everybody. Let your head just go. You got it. Nice, Megan. Slide your hands to your hips, everybody. Come halfway up, pause. Come the rest of the way up. Open up your arms nice and wide. Spread the finger from fingertip to fingertip. Pick up your left foot from your left hip and pivot it towards the front of the house. Right toes turn on an angle. Pick your distance for triangle. Trikonasana. Utilize a block to the outside of the calf. If you feel a little short and tight today, that's totally fine. Anywhere across the front of the shin is a good place to kind of grab, pull up. Yeah. Right arm goes big. I always keep a soft little smidgen bend in that front left knee. Melina, just make sure that left foot isn't turning in at all. Keep it forward. Yeah. There's kind of a hook and a lift in this pose. There you go. A little lean back action. The breath is filling you. Keep the shape, look down, step up into your Arda, your version. Utilize your block. Your right hand can just come to your hip to help with balance today if that's what you need. Keep your left foot forward. And then a big yawn open. You got it. Anything you added on the first go around, give it the same energy. If you're kicking and adding Shavasana, the kick goes behind you. I always say there's a softening behind that front leg, a softening of that bottom hand, because eventually you're able to lift it up off the ground in time. That's it. Left ribs turn. Regular half moon if you add any embellishments in. Soften behind that standing left leg and take a giant step back, warrior two. Position your feet. Left foot forward, back right toes turn at an angle. Sit nice and deep, nice and low into this. Lengthen the side body. Reach across evenly from fingertip to fingertip. Roll your left thigh open. Ground yourself from the floor all the way up to the crown of the head. So finding the energy to maintain it, but also relax into it, it is possible. Give me a few more breaths. Circle to the floor, plank position. Awesome job. Chaturanga push-up. Stay with it. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Step the right foot smack in between your hands. Set your feet up for warrior two, but don't come up. Yeah, so set your feet up for warrior two. Grab your block. Place it to the inside of the right foot. Let's go inside because we're going to set up for B variation from the ground up. Right hand down on that block. Left arm peels open. Yeah, all the things we've done to this point set this tone really nice. If the hand on the block isn't working today, right hand, Melina. There you go. Use the back of your right tricep to get in there because you want a 90-degree angle with your right leg. So sit deep, sit deep, sit deep, sit deep. There you go. Perfect. Left arm straight up towards the sky. You could reach it behind your back for a half bind if that's in the cards for you today. No pressure. If your shoulder's aggravated, maybe not the best thing. You can just have your hand on your hip. Yeah. So there's a gripping of your right hip. There's a turning of your bottom ribs, and there's a little lean back action. So the crown of the head lines up with that front foot. So you're getting hip opening and heart opening. Wow, you're lucky. And you're breathing. Hopefully you're breathing. Otherwise, this gets really ugly. Stay with it. Stay with this. Yeah. We need three more. Left arm up. I want you just to pull up for a breath. Warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And then take the momentum to circle it to the floor to plank position. We're going to lean on our left hand for traditional side plank with an option to add tree into it. So the right leg would bend up. Not for everybody, I get it. Yep, anywhere across that inside of that left leg, you want to bend. Ideally, high up into the crevice of that inner thigh. 2 hips stack, top arm straight up or up and over your ear for a little bit more side body opening. Yeah. Keep the tree, guys. Looking good. Plank position, keep the tree. So your leg is in an external rotation. Plank position, keep the tree, lengthen the tailbone. Halfway to a push-up with the tree. Let go of the tree for the up dog. It's virtually impossible. I've tried it. Yes. Hips go up and back, down dog. Yeah, we're having fun now. Step the left foot smack in between the hands. Turn the back foot sharp. Caddy your block right in there and find your B variation of extended side angle. So B, just so you know, is always called bind. B for bind. So the hand on the inside sets you up nicely. Arm can also be on the top of the thigh. I like the block on a medium or high setting so you can caddy that arm in there. Right arm straight up or behind your back or halfway behind your back or all the way behind your back. You can think about it going behind your back. Grip your bottom left hip under you and turn your left ribs towards the ceiling as you lean back a little. Couple more. You're doing awesome. Right arm up towards the sky. Warrior 2, pull it up. Sit deep in warrior 2. Spread from fingertip to fingertips. There's a lot of power there. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. The side body opens. It's not a back bend. Circle it to the floor to a plank position. Lean on your right hand for your version that works for you. Side plank, offering up a tree if it's in your practice today. Bending that left leg up. It can be low down on the calf. If you don't have the flexibility, totally fine. Yep, just create the shape. It works. Top arm straight up or up over your ear is going to give you a little bit more action through that side body. Make sure that top hip isn't spinning open. You got it. Two more. You got this. It's in the bag. I feel it. Keep the tree because you love the tree and come to plank. Yeah, you love being a tree in the garden of life. Halfway to a push-up. Let go of the tree for the up dog. Yes, hips go up and back, downward facing. Exhale all the breath out. You're rocking it. We have one more torturous thing and then we'll be good, okay? So let's look to the top of the mat. It's not so bad. Step or float your feet there this morning. Good. Long spine, fold. It's all a mindset. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Stand up tall, just stand up tall. You're standing on your right leg, okay? You're kicking your left leg towards your butt. So it's just like you're gonna give yourself, yep, just kicking it in. You're gonna reach back and grab both your hands around the base of the ankle. Jess, if this does not work, what I would suggest doing is just create the shape. So just keep your arms very active. Yeah, and that's it. Perfect. Perfect. So this is not dancer. We're actually making sure that we don't go into dancer. Soften the front right leg. Feel the shoulders draw down the back. That's it. Now, with the right knee a little softer, Lila, you're going to start to tip your torso just a tiny bit forward. So it's an amended warrior 3 with a bind. You're not going to go far down. Yes. You're only going to go a little. Now, the goal here is that your hip point stays squared off and your left knee stays behind you, so it's not winging out towards the left. That's it. Perfect. Keep the torso as it is. Just release the left leg and the arm straight back. So now you're in a traditional warrior 3, and I suggested having blocks there because, you know, you may need them. It's okay. Soften the right knee and keep your spine nice and extended forward and your hip points facing towards the floor. Good. Revolved Arda. Revolved Arda. Yep, stay there. Left hand down, right arm comes to the flat part of your back, and you begin to twist open. Soften the right knee. Scissor those hip points together. So rather than looking back, just look sideways and look up. So now we kind of been doing this the whole class. If you like to bend your left leg up and see if you can get hold of your foot, you may surprise yourself that your hand and your foot actually make a connection. If it does not happen today, do not stress or force it. You want to keep the extension of the chest though. So if you're grabbing the footing, you're kind of rolling into a little ball. That kind of defeats the purpose. Give me 3 more breaths wherever you are in this version of twisting Arda, revolving Arda. Right hand to the floor, feet to the top of the mat. Separate your feet wide, come down into squat, Malasana. Yes, use blocks underneath your bum if you need to. Sometimes placing 2 blocks so you can roll up that towel. Yes, and slide it underneath. Yeah, I had my 16-year-old try this pose and I was like, it was horrifying because they don't stretch. So he couldn't even get down into the squat or get out of the squat pose. I'm like, this is not good. Yeah. So this is a lengthening. But one thing that we need to do when we come to squat is take a pretty big stance, and that gives you the space to drop the pelvis down. Yes, you're fine. You're doing great. It's like you never stopped. Elbows open the inside of the thigh. It's like riding a bicycle. You might fall off, but it's okay. Fall off. Fall off the bike. You might fall off the bike, but you'll get back on. Good. Plant the hands to the floor, straighten the legs. Steer the feet forward, walk the feet back together, hands to your hips, come halfway up, come the rest of the way up. Awesome job. You're standing on your left leg, guys, unless you did the wrong side. Kick your right foot in towards your butt. Yeah, just like a 90-degree angle, and then kick it back. Reach back and grab your foot with one or both hands. If you have an injury, just create the shape. Don't stress. Soften that left knee and start to feel your shoulder blade squeeze down the back. Now the goal is to have the foot go right behind you, not out to the right. Start to hinge, just a little bit. Squeezing those shoulder blades down the back. Everything's very neutral. So the body's set up here nicely. Warrior 3, just extend the leg and extend the arms or use the blocks. So you're straightening everything out first, softening that left leg, scissoring those inner thighs together. You got it. Hands to prayer if they're not already there, or to the block. Right hand down, left hand comes to the flat part of your back for revolved Arda. That's it. I like the block up high. It's going to give you a little bit more lift. Yeah. Lift from that inner thigh. If you feel inclined to add the Chopasana bind, bend at your knee crease and reach back. Maybe you'll get surprised and catch your foot with your hand. Soften that knee. Scissor in. Look sideways. Look up. You got it. Give me 3 more breaths. You're doing great. Release the leg if you have it. Bring both hands to the floor. Different transition. Giant step to the back of the mat with your right foot. You're in a low lunge. Your left leg is forward. That's it. Plant the hands down. Step back plank position. Halfway to a push-up. Clear it out with an up dog or a cobra. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward for crescent lunge. This is it, guys. Rise. I got to send you on your way the right way. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Lean way out, hook the elbow, and let's twist. Drop your knee if you feel like it's too much or you're kind of bypassing what you need. There's a little hook to get in there, high on the ball of that back left foot. Squeeze that right hip. Activate that left leg a little more and twist. Hands to the earth. Step to a down dog, nothing fancy. Left foot forward, crescent lunge. Just stay consistent. Rise. Drag your hands to prayer. Lean way out. Hook the elbow and twist. Yes. If you feel that you're kind of like dumping into the pose, drop your back knee. Point the elbow towards the sky. You're high in the ball of that back leg if the knee is not down. Your left hip steers under you. Your back right leg zips up. Your breath is forming the shape or helping you form the shape. Stay with it. 3 more breaths. Plank position, slow. Chaturanga push-ups, you can. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right knee forward, half pigeon. Yay. Yeah, half pigeon. Let yourself like kind of get right into it. Switch, left leg forward. If you're in a different variation, just take that side. Yeah, through a down dog is probably the easiest way to transition. And then just melt into this side. See if you can relax on that. It may help. And then, yeah, perfect. Less painful, right? You should never feel pain in your knee as long as you're okay there. It's just deep piriformis, generally. 5 more breaths. Enjoy it. Good. Come up nice and slow, guys. Drop to your left side, swing your right leg forward. We're going to set up for bridge. Feet forward, lay down on your backs. Grab your blocks if you know you need them. Yeah, if you like a little bit more support in the pose, I'm fine with that. Yep. Feet about hips width, a little wider if your back feels tight or sensitive. Fingertips skim the backs of your heels. Lift your hips up, interlace the hands underneath your low back. Yeah. And find bridge. Neck nice and neutral. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to go for more of a passive kind of thing, block underneath that low back. Yeah. Like all in for that. All in. Yes. But you have more in you, so you can do better. There you go. Good. If you're on a block, just stay and enjoy that. Everybody else, exhale the breath lower down to reset. We're going to take one more. If you feel like you have the power, the girth, the strength to go up into a full wheel, that's cool. If not, just repeat a second set. Flip the palms. You'll bring your chin to your chest. Take a giant breath in, and on your exhale breath, you lift straight up. Try to avoid coming to the crown of the head. Just go straight up. There you go. Feet can go a little wider if you feel like it gives you a little more space. Nice, guys. Repeating second set, how you took first set, totally fine. Space from the tailbone to the backs of the knees is what we're looking for. Exhale the breath, lower down. Remove any objects out from underneath. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Reach for the outer blades of your feet for a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. And actually, just keep your right hand pulling the right knee to the outside of the right rib cage, just the right side, and extend the left leg forward. So it's a half happy baby. And if you can't get hold of your right foot, you can just grab behind your thigh or rub below the knee. Yeah, it's a half happy baby. Take your left hand and place it on the left hip flexor. That's the front of your left hip. Flex the left foot. Yes. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, so you're getting in a little deeper. And then come back to full happy baby. So re-grab. Yeah, I like doing this sometimes because you can get a little deeper of a stretch. And then keep the outer blade of the left foot, really hold it tight, or grab below the kneecap or underneath the thigh, and then extend the right leg out. On the right hand slides to the top of the right thigh, and you pull the left knee around that rib cage for half happy baby on the left side. Relax the head and the neck. Yeah. And then full happy baby one more time. Pull the right knee towards the outside of that right ribs. And then hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. That's all she wrote, guys. Slide into Shavasana, complete rest. Yeah. Yeah, complete rest. So at the end, it's important that you just let yourself flop into it. Take a deep breath in. Take a full exhale breath out. If you prefer finishing laying down, you do you. Arms reach up over the top of the head if you're ready to re-enter. Nice full body stretch. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And with your eyes closed, you could rock up to a seated position, any which way that works best for you. And with your eyes closed, just sit for a moment. This practice always gives you that opportunity to like kind of regroup with yourself. Gives you like a clean playing field, nice even keel. Let the hands come to New Jersey. Doesn't seem to happen that often, and it's a nice temperature of 30 degrees. Yes. So, well, you'll see you soon. I'll be back